So today I just want to talk about this really crazy dream that I had last night. Um, and it was so strange, like really full on. And it was it was one of those dreams that is so strong and you don't want to wake up from because you're just having the best time in it. And it's going to be hard to describe it, but I'm going to try my best. So, here it goes, I guess. And it was so strong that I was able to wake up, and there was a 10-minute gap. I wanted to go back to sleep in that time, and I went back to sleep, and without even trying, the dream continued. And that's just incredible when that happens. I don't know what the mechanisms or whatever are for that to happen, but it was extremely vivid. And yeah, it continued on. It continued, yeah. It was one full dream, but it seemed like it had different segments. And the first bit was, I guess you can never remember the beginning of the dream or how you got there. So I'm just going to I'm going to try and, it's very hard to remember the dream. I just remember pieces of it. And it's also hard to describe what was actually going on. I think I was searching for a parking space at this really big complex. It's like a big university or something. I don't know what I was doing there. But yeah, I was trying to find where this certain building was. And I saw some people, and then we grouped up and we went to go to this big auditorium. And I don't know at this point if I was seated in this auditorium, or if I was watching a movie or something. If I was in the movie or if I was watching a movie, I'm not sure. But I remember driving around this really weird, dense city. And all of a sudden, I was trying to get somewhere, but then all of a sudden in my mind, I was like hallucinating, and I was watching something, I think. So I was watching a movie within a movie. It just seemed like a really crazy kind of animation mix of something. All these images just kept flying at me, and they were really disturbing but funny. They were like memes, almost that kind of humor. And there was I don't know, like Nazi symbolism and crazy war images and stuff. I think because I was reading about the possibility of World War III before I went to sleep, and all these things that Trump's doing, and I was reading about Pepe the Frog and looking up different memes and stuff. So I think that kind of filtered in to the dream, but the dream happened like 8 hours after I was reading this stuff. So yeah, I'm hoping you're just getting relaxed from my voice, because none of this really makes any sense at all. And it's so hard to describe. Like the moment I woke up, I was trying to remember what happened in the dream, but it was very hard. I could only see still frames of the dream. So getting back to all this imagery, I don't know if I was hallucinating or whatever. There was some crazy, really crazy, like animation stuff going on. Just like images warping into other images. But they all meant something. It was like symbolism of war and destruction. And then I think the next thing I can remember, I was in this huge auditorium. It could probably seat like 60,000 people. But I was like right next to the stage. It was like a concert was going on. But a lot of the seats were empty, I think. But I was seated amongst a group of people, and there was this one guy just orchestrating, or he was on stage doing something, but he was very like flamboyant, and I think he was, if you know that band, that electronic act, Fisher Spooner, the main guy, Casey Spooner, is very like performance art driven and stuff. I think I was watching a lot of his stuff in the dream, and the audience the show was like happening all around. I just wish I could have remembered what was actually happening in the show, because I just remember it was amazing. I remember like looking up at the auditorium